Damn, I haven't heard this song in a while. Pretty pog. Yeah, this is episode 32, Three Ages of Normie. And guess what? We actually watched anime this week.
We're an anime podcast,
What?
guys.
What? What's going on? Wild. Yeah. So I'm Steven.
Eugene.
Jordan. And Candace.
And
Yay.
yeah, we're gonna talk about an anime again. Because as we decided to do, it's like we're gonna watch something that started airing in spring at the end of spring season. Big brain.
It's a rewatch for a show that's worth rewatching, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And Candace
yes.
needs to
And
watch
that
it.
show that's worth
the most important
rewatching.
thing.
Yeah, boy, Kong. Wait, no, it's not. I'm being told it's production. No, it was not your boy Kong Ming, but maybe later. Maybe later. No, we watched.
Oh, am I talking about it?
Yeah.
All right.
Jordan.
Maybe I should have written the script like old times.
We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
wait,
very good, yeah.
No, we
So
could just.
we watched
Jordan
the
just
first.
talk about the synopsis.
I'm gonna try and read words. Always
That's
goes well.
always a mistake.
So we watched the first episode of Spy Family, and the synopsis for that show is: the story follows a spy who has to build a family to execute a mission, not realizing that the girl he adopts as his daughter is a telepath, and the woman he agrees to be in a marriage with is a skilled assassin.
Spoilers
Okay,
for
well,
Candace.
Well,
it's
that's
not
anything
like
we-
they don't show her backstory as soon as she's introduced. It's not like it's a surprise.
Hey, but you
Yeah,
gotta
but
let
we
it come
haven't
to you
got there
naturally.
yet.
Well, spoilers,
coming
Candace.
next
He's
week.
gonna
Okay.
marry an assassin.
She's the best,
Okay,
by the way.
Sorry, best character, honestly. Like a character that's an adult that I can actually simp for,
True.
and not like, oh my god, she's 19 years old. She's like what, 27 or something.
Mid-20s, yeah. Mid-late 20s, yeah.
True.
I feel
times
represented.
two.
Not that I'm an assassin, but you know, I'm a whammon.
Whammon.
I'm a whammon.
Whammon.
We support
Um,
women in this podcast.
We do. Pain.
God.
So, Candace, what were your thoughts on episode 1?
It was good. I kind of liked it. She's cute.
That's good.
I don't know why. She made me think of a little bobblehead because she's just so
She does have a very
small
big
with
head.
giant head and eyeballs.
Yep.
Like she
Anime
turns around
child.
and it's just like orbs. Cute though.
I
funny.
literally love Anya so much. Like,
Yes.
such a great character. So adorable, but so like kind of sneaky funny too. Just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
She's written like all the kids in that show, which will, you know, there will be more later on, are
Mhm.
written so well. Like they're written like
They're very,
children.
but they're also like they're multi-dimensional children, which is really great, right? Like, I feel like a lot of times kids in anime are just like,
I wasn't done talking, but it's fine.
oh, sorry.
I was like, no. It kind of along the same lines. I just wanted to say that like I find a lot like they usually have kids in anime and they're serving a purpose either like to force the adult to do something like they're
Mhm.
like, oh, I must protect this child, blah blah blah, or they're like a little bit older and they're written like teenagers or adults. So like
Mm.
Anya, she wants to help with her dad's mission, but she doesn't actually understand shit. So she does things, and you're like, you're so dumb, but you're a child, so it makes sense. Like, no.
Well, and it's funny because, like, in Candace, you'll see this as we go forward. This is not a spoiler or anything, but like, even in this episode, like the things that Anya does, whether intentionally or not intentionally, it's like the plot line of the show is almost complete. Like, it's like 80% just driven by her doing stuff because of the telepathic powers, being like, oh yeah, I'll do this now, and like it never accomplishes what
I've
her
been his
original
daughter
goal
for a
is.
long time. That was
Yeah. I love literally every phrase she says, where it's just like he's thinking something, and she's like, ah, yes, I'll say this, and it like just says like a very
He's like,
awkward, like it's almost like an AI constructed the sentence, and it's just like, why? It's so cute, it's so funny, but because she's a kid. It's 6-year-old. It's like, oh yeah, kids say crazy stuff, right? You know, so it's
Mhm.
fine. Like if an adult said that, you'd be like,
It makes perfect sense in the context.
yeah. And
She's a
the way
chick.
that people react makes sense too, because they like it's, you know, they're like,
They're like,
Excuse me, what?
Ah, you silly little girl.
Yeah.
Probably read that line in a book somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it so far. I don't know.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gripping
I mean, it is the
analysis
first
from
episode,
Candace.
so
Yeah.
there's like not a whole lot
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
say.
we're all basing our
Yeah.
opinion on the whole
Yeah,
series.
off of watching-
Yeah,
far.
I've
And
seen an
Candace, like,
episode.
Yeah.
You guys
We'll just
go
watch
ahead.
2 episodes next week. It's
Nah,
just,
we.
I have a question for you, Candace.
Mm-hmm.
How many flies are in that little yellow sticky fly trap in that plant behind you?
That one?
No, the one that has the giant yellow sticky thing on it.
Okay, I have it in a view.
Why?
The
Like-
tall one.
Why count?
White.
That one?
White.
No,
Left.
no, with the white pot.
Closer to the
white
window.
pot that's closest
On
to
the
you.
wooden thing beside, like, under the window.
Audio
Oh,
listeners being
that
like,
one.
what the
Yeah.
fuck right now?
Oh god. 1 second.
Yeah, the struggle.
Why
of
did you do
quartered
this,
thing.
Steven?
I'm just curious.
Show the world.
There's a single fly.
Only one?
Yeah.
Damn.
The other one, I put a new one in, and it immediately got stuck to the cat, so one side is full of cat hair. I pretty much like waxed her, trying to take it off.
Macaroni spa day?
Yeah. She's done that before too. She used to get them stuck to her tail, and then she'd whip her tail
Aw.
around, and then her tail would get stuck to her side, so both sides were stuck in her fur. And then she'd run around
And
the
then
house
stuck
like
to a
that.
wall.
Yeah, until I peeled her off of that.
Adorable. Pain.
It's
Oh my
annoying.
gosh. This is random, and I'll have to elaborate later, but the friend I went to visit on the weekend, sorry, podcast people, had a Samoyed puppy.
Oh,
I have so many photos. I'll send you later.
I love
Yes,
Samoyeds.
please do.
Does that one
Ah,
have more
yes.
flies?
No, that's all cat hair.
This
Oh,
is
that one's the cat hair.
macaroni one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like a tree.
That's a decent amount of hair.
It's a lot.
I know. I felt so bad pulling it off.
Hopefully
I
she's
tried to
shedding.
show you that. I'll put it back.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Black cats
This
tend
is
to
frequent.
get a little
So
bit
what
of shed.
else do we have to actually talk about today?
Well, we could talk more about Spy Family.
Yeah, but I feel like we're just gonna end up talking about the series as a whole.
Yeah, we
And-
should
Well, you know
actually
what's actually
cover it.
something funny and that I didn't think about the first time I watched it that I thought about watching this episode.
Claws.
Aw. Hi, Macaroni.
What did you
To
think?
our
about
audio listeners, Macaroni is currently on screen. It never even like occurred to me that his name is Lloyd Forger. Like the last name is Forger, and it's like, oh yeah, he's a spy. You forge documents, Forger. I never even thought about that until now. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind of a funny play on words. But it's just
It was like one of the first things I thought.
Well, it's like
about when I saw it.
well, it's just like some things like when you watch a show, like you just don't think about it until you see it again, and you're like, oh,
Was it one of you
What?
guys I was talking to about? No, I think it was someone else. I was talking to them about. Oh, it was someone I work with. Anyways, talking to them about what's it called, the show with the little guy who can't talk that is a king.
Summer ranking.
Yes. And I was like, haha, it's so funny that the queen is called healing because she can heal people. And he was like, bro, what? I was like, what do you mean?
I'll be honest with you, I never thought about that before.
No, Steven. Me and Jordan
Nice.
just have the word association game going.
When I watch shows, my brain just goes dumb. I'm just like,
It just
yes,
Only when you watch
fun
shows?
colors.
I was just gonna say,
True,
just take
Jordan.
in the colors.
The visuals, yeah.
Yeah,
All that
visuals and
matters.
sound
Music.
matters.
Mhm.
By the way,
Marshall
did you see
Mathers.
Macaroni doing acrobatics?
I
as
saw
was
her
trying to sit
turning
down?
into liquid, yes.
Yeah, I tried to catch her and I caught her butt up, so then I had to
Yeah.
flip her back over. But then she just, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
Leapt.
fell off.
I think Macaroni should be an entrant in the next Summer Olympics.
Mm.
Team
For
Canada.
what? Oh God, what would she do?
I
Get
Probably do,
stuck to ski
gymnastics,
jacks?
something like
She's
that.
really good at that.
I feel like she have a
Hand
great
fishing.
floor routine. I bet.
She can swipe in a bucket of fish.
Oh yes. Oh my God, she's chasing a fly around the house earlier. She was launching herself from like here, clear across the room onto the floor, and she's been going from room to room trying to catch it. But when she gets up on the windowsill and it flies behind her, she can't turn around because it's too narrow. So she has to wait for it to fly ahead of her, and so then she can go after it. It's actually really funny.
It's
Oh
cute.
She
my
almost did a
gosh.
somersault off the ledge.
Into the plants, into the fly
Um,
traps.
Yeah, she ripped like a whole leaf off of a plant. I have like the leaves are this big. I have this big a section because she fell off and stomped on it and just ripped it off.
Sounds like a cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
macaroni. It's adorable.
Chaos.
An agent
Did
of
you hear that?
chaos.
My stomach just
Seriously.
growled super loud.
Oh. My
That's not
mom
gonna come up.
checked on her last weekend and just called her Satan. There's no
Y'all
other
are so
name
mean
like
to me.
that other than Satan. She said
be
that
fair,
Satan
macaroni
tried
is
to rip her
generous.
arm off, to be
She's
fair.
an angel.
Steven,
Have you
you
ever
don't
met
live with
macaroni,
macaroni.
Steven?
Of the
I don't even
underworld,
care.
maybe.
I don't even care.
Steven's like, oh,
Adorable.
it's cute. Oh, they're so good-hearted and good
Yes.
natured.
100%.
Maybe.
All cute animal. Adorable. The best. Deserves everything.
Cute animals are adorable. You're correct.
Of course.
Yes.
Of
See?
course.
Being
It is-
adorable is a very different thing, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Steven would
I
get
really
murdered
need
out in
to-
the streets.
Oh.
The
Is
street-
it murder
So-
if it's from an animal? I feel that's not murder.
See, he's gonna get murdered.
Kill
It's
him?
it's death, but it's not murder.
What's the definition of murder? Does it
Like
have to be a
murder
person
doesn't
killing
murder
a
generally
person?
have to have some form of intent?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah.
there?
The unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another.
Okay, yeah, so it has to be a human being.
Yeah, but it can
of
be
another.
murder or just like premeditated.
Yeah, but what
Like,
if
this
Steven's
is
like,
like
oh,
one of-
that person is so cute, and they stab him? He thought they were fine because they were
That's
cute.
cute
you know?
aggression.
True.
No.
You'd get murdered by a
maybe more
cute
cute
demon.
animals. Like humans aren't part of this equation.
That's cat.
Cats, adorable. All
Cats
good.
are chaos.
All cats are good. All cats are good.
Chaos.
Did you say cat? I thought you said that's cap.
I said cap.
Okay, I did.
I
hear
don't,
that.
I don't even care. All cats good. Deserve
I
everything.
heard Steven's response talking about cats, so I just assumed Eugene was talking about cats.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. On the train last night, I was on my way home at like 1 a.m. because missed one of the ferry I was supposed to take got canceled. So then I had to take the ferry at 11 p.m. So it didn't get back to like get here till like 12:30. Anyways, that's not important to the story. But there was a guy. I have never seen like a middle-aged man talking like he literally said, on God, no cap, like the vibes were right. I did so many vibes. I'm like, you are 40 years old, my guy.
Oh my God. Okay.
Damn.
Like there's nothing wrong with that. Live your best life. I was just like
It's
shocked.
wild to hear that in
You
real
know those
life.
words?
Hey, so I was at the music
Hear it
festival.
like all the
Oh
time. I just
God,
don't
oh
hear like
God.
older people
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, I
that
know.
way.
So I went to that music festival this weekend,
Yeah.
and there's a guy camping near us that was, I think his whole group was on drugs the whole time. They were just like blasting music.
Probably,
I
yeah.
think he's in his 30s, but he was like, I'm gonna live forever, and then he's yelling about how they have the most elite lit executive group of
Lit.
all of the festival, and he said something else that I don't think it was English. He's like, I think that's a word, and I was like, no, sir.
I think
No.
lit is pretty old though. Like
Yeah, let's
I say
definitely
lit,
past its
but I've
point.
been
It is.
saying it since like 2010. So
But he was talking like that guy that you saw on the train like the whole weekend. Just
Yeah.
wasted.
wasted.
White girl
Yeah.
wasted.
They wanted to go, so they went to a music festival and then just blasted their own music at
Yeah,
the
that
campsite
sucks.
like most of the time. And then when they were finally ready to go down to the dance floor, there he's like,
Mhm.
"Let's go rip some shit up." Just like, "Let's go hug cause hell." And I was like, "Oh god, just go, go somewhere, please. It's not here." It's
Leave.
kind of funny. There's a lot of the just standing by their hammock blasting their music, and then he kept picking up the speaker to bring it to people.
just vibing, you know?
Chaos.
Just good vibes,
Just
bro.
the vibe.
He was vibing very hard. And the best part is people would be like, can you just turn the music down? Because he'd fucking like crank it.
Yeah.
And
It
then
sucks
they
when you're
turn it down.
disrupting other people.
Yeah. So they'd turn it down, and then like after 10 minutes, they'd turn it up a bit more. And then like after 15 more, they would just crank it right back up.
Yep.
Like-
So stupid.
Like they started at
That's when
10:30
you take the
yesterday
speaker
morning.
and chuck it into a lake.
Well, everyone's
There
probably
was a body
waterproof.
of water somewhat nearby, but
A lot of
they're
those
from
portable
here,
speakers
so
are
I don't
just
think
straight
I
up.
would want to cause shit.
Oh
with
yeah,
someone
more
who
so
could
like
hear.
just hopefully it sinks and then
Wait,
just
did
mob
you
the
know them
water melts.
personally?
I've heard the name before, but I don't know him personally.
Link the Facebook page.
type it in the chat.
Dogs him.
Oh
Dogs
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I
know
don't know
who
I
who
have
that is.
no idea. Of
Shit
course,
show.
Steven knows. Steven knows everybody back home. It's crazy.
Because he has a memory. He like
Oh, yeah, that's
remembers
true.
the people he
Just
met when
absorbs
he lived
everything.
there. I'm like, people be like, bro, you went to high school with this person. And I'm like,
Oh, actually, I have a Steven memory story. Okay, so
Oh.
Oh,
nice, nice.
you remember during the game show, which I have to upload still, is rendered. I just forget to upload it. But,
oh, I forgot to change the thumbnail for you too. So
well, perfect.
I can do
But
that.
yeah, so game show. Steven's like, hey, you want to play some games? And it's like pretty late in the night. I'm like, no, I gotta find out where Scott says our hometown. And then Steven's like, it's at 3343 in like 2 minutes. I'm just like, huh?
What?
He's just like, I
Wait,
just
what did he
remembered
say?
around. Steven was just like, I like 2 minutes after I was like, oh, I have to find it.
I thought it was 33:23.
It's 33:43.
Oh, whatever. Close
Yeah,
enough.
like in 2 minutes after I say it, he's like 33:43, and I go check. It's bang on, and I'm just
What
like,
the fuck?
I was
Did
ready
you
to
look,
watch this
Did you
whole
look
thing.
through, or did you just know that?
Well,
That's
I
creepy.
knew roughly where he's like I knew between which question it was that he said it
Yeah.
on, and I knew roughly where that was. So I just like
Get down.
just took a few
It's
seconds. And
insane.
found it.
I was like, dang, I'm gonna spend like an
Bro, what
hour
the
finding
fuck?
this.
Yeah.
And if I did, Steven never asked me to play games that time. It would have taken me straight up
Would've
an hour,
been
but it
a
took me 2 minutes
struggle.
instead. So then we play games that night. I think.
Yeah,
Real
we
game.
had we would do a couple battle leagues.
Yeah, that was Battle League. Yeah.
Whack.
Battle League, the game we played a few times, and then both got V Rising, and now that's our too many games.
Yep.
Although Battle League, when I go home for a little bit and don't have my PC with me. Nothing
Oh,
but
Steven's
Battle League.
upgraded to an actual PC. You might notice you
Oh,
can see his
true.
guitars and stuff, and like it's a higher vantage point probably.
Oh yeah, because my monitor's higher. It's like up here as
Now-
opposed to like used to be down, like literally.
Yeah.
You can't even see my hand now. It's fine.
Now we just need
That's
to peer pressure into the ring lights.
Yeah.
Get lighting. Look at this.
What do you
Lighting.
It's
think?
okay.
Like,
It's
pressure.
okay
my
lighting
my
right
monitor's wide. My monitor is wide enough now that it provides light.
Oh, there you go.
Honestly?
Zencaster is white.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I just gotta switch to like a dark.
Yeah.
No.
Go back to Zencaster, please.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
is
obvious
lighting.
if you stop paying attention now.
Yeah. We all know. It was obvious before, but now it's more
was.
obvious.
Yeah. Also, Steven gives off the
Let's make it
vibes when he's
away.
not paying attention that he's really not paying attention though.
I get too focused on the thing I'm looking at. It's the
Yeah.
tough part.
Like, you're looking at
Mhm.
your phone and you're just like,
The thing is that you try to participate though, but then you just go like, yeah, and like repeat words that people
Yeah.
say. We'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah, like that
exactly.
was so cringe, and then you'd be like, cringe. Or,
Yeah.
Like the bot
like the
confirmed.
Snapchat. Oh my god.
It's
So for
funny.
anyone, Steven's Snapchat replies are literally just rehashing the thing that we talk about. So if someone sends a dog, he'll be like, dog. Or
Not like, wow, that's cute, just dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's true. When I see dog, I'm like, oh, dog. It's what my brain. It's happening in my brain. The first thought was, oh, it's dog. Yeah, it's a dog. Let's go.
Yeah, so
my God.
basically, Steven is a recognition software.
Honestly, yeah. That's what I.
There's a bunny that's cute, and he goes, "Cute bunny." It's just like,
That's what it is. That is a cute body. Congratulations, I figured it out.
broccoli. I think that I don't know if you actually did say that with Candace's broccoli, but like I can see it.
Probably.
I think you did. You said something like food. Was it just broccoli?
Food.
I wouldn't put it past myself. To just say broccoli.
We accept
well.
you for who you are. It's okay.
Do you though?
I don't. I really don't.
I get
You
ragged on all the
deep
time,
doesn't.
right?
I'm very open about this.
It's a toxic relationship. It's very
It
short.
is. It is.
Me just
feel
sitting
like
here
that
being
sometimes.
myself.
Ew.
Sims you doesn't
Cringe.
get roasted. Sims you built a rocket ship to go to space.
And has a raccoon named
Yeah, okay, so-
Gorog.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Greg. Goreg.
Goreg.
I
Goreg's the
didn't know
raccoon.
until I made the household. I'm pretty sure I can go change it, but Goreg is kind of like
No,
it's
Goreg.
kinda grew
It's
on
I like
now
Goreg.
it now feels right.
Mm-hmm.
right.
You ever get a pet
Goreg.
raccoon,
Alright.
Steven?
If
When?
Steven,
Question
when?
mark? Okay.
Steven's
Okay,
got
me
garbage cans on garbage
Okay.
cans lined up outside. He's like,
They're
I gotta catch
actually
one.
so cute. Sometimes I see them
Little
when I'm
hands.
like walking from where I work to the bus
Mhm.
station because there's like a little grassy area, and they'll just like look
Mhm.
at you like, and I'm like,
You should just go to SFU and
I think
steal
it's
one.
just like all of their limbs are so
Yeah.
like cut little,
What's
but and it even goes to a small point with the
Yeah.
hands and feet, and then they're
and
so
they're so
chonky everywhere else.
Is
Got
it
big butts.
SFU that they kept rolling the grass back?
I don't
or
know
was
about
that
rolling grass, but they
BC?
were like all over
Rolling
the residence.
grass.
I don't even
okay,
know.
no, okay, I have to explain what I mean. So, like, one of the schools, I don't remember which one it
I
was,
know
but it was
what
in
you mean, yeah.
Vancouver. They were trying, the raccoons kept digging up the yard, so they were trying to landscape it. So they
Yeah.
bought those things of grass and rolled them out, and every night the raccoons would roll it back up and dig up the ground.
Oh,
That's
you're
awesome.
rolling up
couldn't
the
stand.
sod.
That's so funny.
Oh
That's
my
so
god.
great. I am so
Yeah.
happy for them.
Yeah, same.
That's really funny.
I love a good raccoon.
Can I get production to fact check that? Wait, I'm production.
Yeah. Can I get myself to fact check?
Yeah, I don't remember what school it was. I'm pretty sure it was here, but it might have been. No, it was definitely here. Because I was talking to the person that I used to live with in Surrey. They were at the work site, when they were updating the buildings. I don't remember if it was SFU or UBC. I don't know.
It's funny because when I look up raccoons rolling up sod, the first thing says raccoons will often pull up freshly laid sod because it is easy to do and hides a lot of tasty bugs underneath. Use tent stakes or garden spikes to hold the edges of the sod down until they can take root.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
They just had someone watching to keep
Wait.
them away.
I'm
All
sending a
night?
picture
They
to
were
this
doing
guy.
it at night.
I'm sending a picture.
Okay,
to
never mind
Steven.
then.
Yeah, because they would
Okay.
do it during the day, and then they would come back the next day, and they'd be like, God fucking damn it. The raccoons again.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's good.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I led the
Can you-
raccoons. Lawn
So
damage caused
that
by
looks very
raccoons.
photoshopped. That raccoon is just a sticker on there.
Hey, it's 100% real. Hello.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Definitely real.
It's just the
Yeah.
lighting is kind of
Photoshop
off, you
isn't
know?
a real
Yeah.
thing. All raccoons are real.
Raccoons.
Of course.
Birds are real too.
Well, I don't know about that.
Mm.
You know what's definitely not real is Finland.
What? Why isn't
Don't worry
Finland
about it.
real?
Don't worry about it. It's an internet joke.
Are we all
Okay.
stupid?
You ever heard of the
I've been on Reddit so
you ever
much,
heard
and
of
I've
the,
not seen the Finland isn't real thing.
hold up.
Maybe it's a Twitter
Yeah.
thing.
r/Finland conspiracy.
Huh.
Oh god,
Yeah,
how did I
I've
not
heard
see
that.
this?
It was a pretty big subreddit for a while.
Are we still doing the overrated, underrated stuff? Or are we done?
I have it.
Overrated, underrated, the game where we rate things.
Degens?
Degens?
Oh
Degens,
god.
Degens. Next one.
I love that part.
Oh,
That's so
boy.
good.
Hey.
All right, we can
Okay.
do a short overrated. Let's try and keep it like 10, 15
Overrated,
minutes, though.
underrated, wild
Yeah.
animals.
We
Okay.
get very carried away.
We do.
We do.
Raccoons, 10 out of 10.
Jesus
Every
Christ.
animal's 10 out of 10.
Every animal, Steven, 10 out of 10.
They're cute. They're
Give that
angelic.
10. It's a 10.
Okay.
Short
What do you
one, yeah.
guys want to do? We started movies before we did the game show.
Right.
So we can continue movies if
Finish
you
off
want.
movies.
What are the other categories? I need to know my
Genres of
options.
anime, TV shows,
Mm.
bands,
Anyone
and
else
artists.
notice that we're
fast food
currently
restaurant.
recording
What was the last one?
3
Because
Asians
Steven
fast food restaurant?
cut you off and I couldn't hear
Yeah.
you. Fast food. Oh.
See, I was listening.
Depends what we feel like. So if we do music and stuff, that'll
It'll take
mostly
forever.
be you and Eugene, and you'll want to talk a lot, which is fine.
Mhm.
But if we're trying to do a short one, I feel like either finishing movies or the genres would probably be pretty short too.
Genres might be short. It's hard
Yeah,
to
there's
rate
so many
genres.
genres.
So.
Yeah, and also
Mm,
like, what else do you say? Like, I like that one. I don't like that one.
That genre is
Freaking
I don't know.
cringe.
I hate
Cringe.
rom-coms. But anyone else notice that we're currently recording 3 Agents of Normie
Episodo.
episode 32?
I noticed that
Yeah.
when the link was
I
sent out.
didn't.
Yeah.
I just kind of left it.
It's because we were watching, making Eugene nervous.
Eugene felt the pressure.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Production felt the
I had-
pressure.
I had 3 eyes on me, or
Yeah.
6 eyes on me. I
Three
was just like,
Oh yeah.
All us
Everyone
close
close
one.
one.
Okay, so what do you want to
Sure.
do?
I
thought
vote
we were gonna do
genres.
Genre?
genres.
Genres? Okay.
Genre?
Yeah, I guess this will just be if you like it or don't like it then, instead of
Mhm.
Cool.
overrated,
Well, we can
underrated.
scrap it out. We'll see.
Scrap it
We'll just
out.
erase this whole part from the podcast. It's
Oh
just
my
that
god.
bad.
Okay, the
Snip,
first
snip,
one's
snip, snip.
adventure.
That's very
I
good.
mean,
Like
sometimes good, sometimes bad. Like,
True.
I guess you could say that about every genre.
Yeah.
every genre you can basically say it for. I mean,
Right. Favorite
Like-
adventure story. Go.
I feel like
I
This is
that's
hard.
like
This is
Avengers
hard.
or
sub-
something.
like it always goes with
it's a
something else.
it's a
you
subgenre
know?
of genre.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah, like it's very rare
Yeah.
for them to be just an adventure. It's like, well, yeah, usually there's something else going on.
There's
though.
no fantasy in this. Nothing. You're just out adventuring.
It's adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
Sure,
mean,
you guys want to do
I'm not-
genres?
yeah,
We're
no,
doing it.
we're good. We're good. We got this. I don't know. There's a lot of good like shonen stuff that has adventuring in it.
Oh, we're doing specifically anime genre. I thought we were just
Yeah.
doing
Yes, the
genres.
category
This
was
is-
No, it's an
genres of
anime.
anime.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even though, Episodo, but he can't listen to
no.
the genres of anime.
I think that it can be fun, but there's a lot of shit stuff too.
I feel
They
like
adventure a lot in Fairy
Hmm.
Tail, and
they sure do.
Let's
and
take
that's-
Fena,
that's
for
a-
example. It was a pretty good adventure, but a really shit conclusion.
Yeah, that's true.
And the
Yeah,
story,
if
yeah.
Remember
the
how it
end, yeah,
ended.
I think the thing with adventures is like if the end is not satisfying, then it's like we
Like,
did all this
yeah,
for
The
nothing.
process was kind of stupid if the
Mhm.
ending didn't
but
go
if you
well.
think about it, just the adventure along the way was
Was good.
fun and
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny. Then that part of it was good, but the actual
Yeah.
story writing part was a little.
The payoff
Sus.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing too is like, what do you consider an adventure?
Are we boring you,
Right.
Stephen?
Yeah.
No, I just
I
don't
don't know, but
sleep
he's
well.
making
Thank
me
you.
yawn.
I had to resist that one.
Same. I can
Uh,
still feel it, and you're like,
Same. I'm like, it's like half there.
Steven.
Don't yawn
Seriously
again.
though, like that's the thing. It's like, do you consider?
I don't think we need to get
Like,
philosophical about
Do
this.
you have to?
know?
Do you have to like go from one place to another, or like is there travel
No.
involved? Like, is an
If
isekai
it's
an
advertised as
adventure?
an adventure show, then it's
If someone decided it's an adventure,
just
it's an
someone
adventure.
else
It's an adventure,
decides
shit.
and go with it.
I think that they're, yeah.
They're
I
pretty
don't
broad
have anything
definitions.
else to say
Yeah,
about that
I
one
mean,
because
I
it could be
feel
so
like-
many different things.
There are certain
kinda
parameters
all
that
can
makes
do
a
with that, though.
story a parameter, an adventure. They're like Steven said, for one, like if you're going from one place to the next, it's kind of an adventure by default. But
What if you're trying to conquer something? Is that still an adventure?
it's a conqueror story.
Is conqueror a
Everything's an adventure.
category?
I feel like
Yeah.
that would
It is
be.
now.
I feel like that would be a drama.
Just making up.
Potentially.
It's dramatic. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like it's drama, but then also honestly, just like so many conquering things end up usually being more
Moving
under the
around.
fantasy or
Mm.
like sometimes.
I was just my
It's-
point was
it's-
just like,
yeah.
is it only an adventure if you're moving from one place to another? But if
Yeah.
you're like,
What
right,
about a
like
spiritual adventure?
Well,
Yeah,
I think that's why. I think that's
exactly.
why. Ooh, I think that's why. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen an anime that has more like only one genre tag.
yeah,
No, like it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think adventure is
Naruto,
just something that
shonen.
goes with other stuff.
Naruto
I mean, Naruto, they move around a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's
They
not
do.
that's not an
There's
adventure. I
some
don't know what
Wait,
it
let me,
is.
I want to see what
in
my
there.
anime list says about Naruto.
Nice.
Production. Can I get a report on this?
Yeah.
Action adventure fantasy shonen.
Action adventure
Adventure.
fantasy shonen. There you go. I feel like that's probably one of the most common
Yeah.
combinations though. Action adventure shonen fantasy. Like those
Yeah.
4 could make up like a solid quarter of all.
Okay, how do we go to the next one? We're not going to take very long on each of these. It's going to be fine. It's
Yeah,
going to be
well,
fast.
6
yeah.
minutes on
Genre-
adventure, which we don't even
Yeah.
care about.
I think adventure generally good. It sets up good storytelling.
I mean,
think.
adventure. That thing, like adventures are. Yeah, fuck it. Just keep going. Not even
Steven's gonna
about
pop off again.
Action.
Ah! What?
Astro Boy.
Aquaman.
Who doesn't love
I just
some
yeah,
action?
Aquaman.
Woman.
There's nothing worse than a show that has literally 0 action.
That's
Wrong.
not true.
That
You
is
need
so
some action.
Romance?
You need some
no.
action. Romance has action in it,
Not always.
if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Steven likes the henty.
You.
Okay.
That's why Kaguya-sama's the #1 rated show on my anime.
Don't watch the OVA.
Don't
Don't
And
watch
we're
the
done.
OVA.
I think of 3 seasons.
Cut.
Yeah.
Uh,
Show's over.
I like how Steven's like the one. We got to keep this. We got to be chill. I'm a teacher. I can't have anything inappropriate on this
okay,
podcast.
that was just a little bit of connotation.
Uh huh.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
You meant that they're like fighting and stuff, obviously.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting.
You know,
Yeah.
people are in people are in
argue.
situations they get targeted.
Wrestling.
That's action.
They get aggressive.
Mm.
You've got to
Yeah.
be aggressive.
Oh god, no.
BB.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
I think that is also the same thing as adventure. It's like
Yeah.
a thing that is tied into a bunch of animes that have other
Yeah.
genres.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although like we can pull up something like Demon Slayers.
Mhm.
Excellent
Like,
action scenes.
It is sort of an adventure, but it has like it's built on its amazing action scenes because the animation is like fantastic and
It's so
whatnot.
fantastic.
So
Yeah, there for the pew pew.
not for the plot, just for the pew pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the pew
pretty
pew, the
pew
famous
pew.
pew pewing in Demon Slayer.
Yes, they all have the
I made punchy fists. Okay, I didn't go pew pew.
Yeah, because
I
the
went
punching
pew,
is what they do in Demon Slayer.
Oh my
pew
god.
pew pew pew.
I mean, most of the demons don't use swords.
do any of the demons use swords?
One
actually?
does. Spoilers. Sorry.
I mean, let's see. You got the one who uses. You got a belt. You've got
A ball, balls,
You've
strings.
balls. You got sickles. You got strings.
Fists.
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 Yeah, pew. The punchy
pew?
fist. as I
Again, the
said, yeah.
sound the fists make pew pew.
Pew pew.
Much like
Um,
skunks. Pepe Le Pew.
Oh god.
Clothing, straps.
Yeah,
The girl
that's
from
right.
the new season.
Well, I said belt, right?
I was
Isn't there
Is
thinking
that
like
what you meant by belts?
I thought you meant like a
I guess-
belt.
wait. What is the name of those things?
I mean, I know there's an
don't know. I
official
don't
name
know
for
if
it,
they
but
are.
like,
I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm so
Obi.
confused.
They're obies.
yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
What?
It's
Don't worry
like to
about
tie
it, Candace.
kimonos up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The
It
what?
is.
The
It's not
what?
just a belt. An obi. It ties up like a kimono. It's like a sash.
Like a belt?
Okay. God.
More like a sash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like action. I like
Action,
the
good.
the fighting. Action, good.
You like
Steven
action?
likes action.
Yeah. All kinds of action.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Okay.
send this to
Next
you,
one's
Steven.
comedy. Let's move on.
Love comedy.
Comedy. Oh,
Yeah.
comedy is
Yeah.
so good.
Funny
like,
is good.
even bad comedy can be good, like Ghost Stories.
Exactly.
That's
it's
great
meant
comedy. I
to
didn't
be
even talk about that.
bad.
That's great
Yeah.
comedy. I
It's
think
meant to
comedy
be.
actually is in pretty much every anime.
There's
There's very few that there isn't at least some
like
comedic relief
nothing.
in.
Yeah.
Comedy
some
is
that
just
have
kind
a
of in
lot less, but-
storytelling in general.
Yeah.
In general, you need
Yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta come up for air.
it. Even if it's like
You're
even if
not
it's like
sucking
absurdist
it all
comedy
the
that's just like kind of like it's still there.
Mm-hmm. Makes it more relatable. You're
Yeah.
like, haha.
And if your watcher is like tense for 20 minutes straight, like You gotta relieve them,
you don't.
so then the feeling is fresh when you go back to being serious.
Yeah,
You don't.
otherwise it just
You don't want
loses
the viewer to
its
need a massage after
value.
the show.
Well, I think
True.
it just makes it less intense if it's intense the whole time, right? You get
Mm.
used to it, like anything.
Yeah, you acclimatize.
Yeah, you're like, wow, okay,
And
this
you
is
get
just
bored.
angst. It's
Yeah.
not angsty
Wow.
anymore.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Next,
This is
we
a
all like
teenage
comedy.
Slice
Comedy
of
good.
life.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Can't go wrong.
Jordan's the only one
Amazing.
here who's like, well, who cares?
Something we can actually talk about. Yeah, I'm not a huge slice of life person. I like stuff that is based in reality, but I'll usually lean more into like a romance or something that's like drama or whatever, like the actual like fluff slice of life when it's just people like Lucky Star and stuff like that sort of
Lucky
vibes.
Star
When it's
is
like
based
just
in comedy, though.
Yeah, like that. But I also like examples like we were watching Laid Back Camp. Not really my thing. I'm just kind of bored. Like there's a couple funny jokes in there, but like if it's not a comedy, it's more of a slice of life for me. I don't know. I think they're just not my thing. I get bored. I'm like, I want to be. I want to be some. I want to be in the escapism. I don't want to be watching someone's actual life. Okay.
I don't know. Watching slice of life is escapism because their lives are great.
They're enjoying life.
They're enjoying
Unless it's
life.
a drama.
Yeah.
Then their lives are not so great usually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's better and there's worse.
Mm.
Like there's some slice of life that are like kind of really, really boring, but
there's
some that
stuff
are
that's boring in every genre.
Well, that's the thing, right? But I think
Yeah.
in general, slice of life is like it's a nice, calming, usually, or like makes you feel good a lot of the time.
I like to watch them when I eat food.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah,
There are
action
a lot
when you
with
eat
like
food is kind of tough.
in it too. You know, like good
Just not Food
shows.
Wars.
Bro, I'm kind of sad because I started watching Food Wars as a meme with my friend, and like
And
the
then I
point
come
I'm
along
at
and
right
ruin
now,
it.
like it actually kind of got good. I was like, wow, this is kind of wholesome, and I'm liking this. And then Eugene was like, yeah, it turns to
Weird.
shit in the next season. I was like, wow, how can they have so many seasons? It can't be like a meme can't have that many seasons. And then I started watching, and I'm like, okay, it's actually kind of good. Like it's funny, it's wholesome.
The food looks and probably tastes amazing too.
Yeah.
It's just
It
like
does. It's the
there are
food
some lines it
gases.
crosses.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
after the first few episodes, like there hasn't been much food orgasming. Like they
keep
kind
their
of,
clothes on a little more. Yeah.
yeah, it kind of started being more about the
Good thing
story.
it's a little more.
I mean, if you watch it as a meme, it's fine. You're like, wow, this is ridiculous. You know,
It is ridiculous. Just when you're not
Yeah.
expecting that, it's like, oh, okay, what?
I knew what I was expecting, and I still wasn't ready for it. I was like, oh.
It's a little jarring to say the least.
Yeah,
Jarring.
it's fine. Anyway, slice of
Just
life.
like pickles.
I am meh.
I am high on slice of life.
High on slice of life.
Oh yeah.
The good.
I agree
Steven,
with you.
opinion? Okay.
That's like,
That was
did
a
we get
long-
all the?
That was a long
notes?
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Processing. Drama.
That's what genre is processing.
Drama.
I
Jordan?
love me some
Drama.
angst.
Okay, I actually
Um,
have something to say about drama is that
Mhm.
I can't handle watching them like over and over because I get like the pit in my stomach grows big and I can't do it. I can only watch them in like segments.
mm.
Too much drama.
Too much
Yeah.
emotion.
Drama.
Yeah. I need to
For
be
your
emotionless.
llama. I honestly think drama is like, yeah, it's good in spurts,
Yeah.
but it's
or like
it's too
mixed with
much
other
sometimes.
things.
Yeah, if it's mixed with something else, it's fine. Like I've watched a lot of shows that have a lot of drama in it, but like,
There's
you
also
gotta-
like action and stuff.
yeah, you gotta
Living
have like
room.
you gotta have a palate cleanser every once in a while, like a no brain,
Like a
just
slice of life.
like a slice of life.
Yeah.
Yes, or just some really, really action shonen, just to wipe the slate clean. Like nobody cares about anything; they're just punching each other. Yay!
Oh my god.
I do
Punching.
really like stuff that's strictly, I mean, everything has a little, has more than one thing in it, but stuff that's like really just slow drama, you're like watching stuff unfold. So I feel like that is my thing that you guys use for slice of life, because slice of life is like you're just watching their lives and it's happy. I'm like, I like that, but their lives are shit and bad stuff is happening.
Dorn's masochist is what we figured out here.
I want to see them
It's
suffer.
really depressing.
I mean, it's nice when they have a happy ending still, but like they gotta go through
and
it.
that's the thing, right? Like, so I think my perfect example is like when I watched Banana Fish. A lot of drama in Banana Fish.
There's also action though.
But there's also a lot of action, so the balance was really, really, which is why I liked it so much, is because the drama was actually really well balanced with the action. So I could binge the whole thing, and it wasn't an issue for me, right?
Yeah.
But like,
They
if they didn't
balanced
have
the
the
emotional
action
and the
interspersed,
action as well.
if they didn't have some action interspersed, I would have just been like, sad for the rest of my life.
It's a weird way to be sad.
Don't judge how
But yeah, drama good.
Drama good. But in
general,
moderation.
It's
Yeah.
important. Yes, everything in moderation.
Okay, fantasy.
I'm a total slut
Yeah.
for fantasy.
What
Listen,
are you guys like? I'm pretty sure we're all the same.
Isekai
but
trash.
I was gonna say fantasy over sci-fi.
Yes.
Yes,
For me.
100%. It's not even
10
a question.
times over.
I would say I'm probably the most.
Mix.
I think out of all of us, I'm probably the most, like, if you put on the spectrum of like fantasy here, sci-fi here, I'm probably closer to sci-fi than you guys, because I do like sci-fi. Like, I don't like it as much as your brother Eugene, but like,
I mean, he's watched like all the sci-fi soaps.
yeah,
back
I
in the
know.
day, so.
but I do tend to like sci-fi a lot. I don't know.
If you were to put yourself 0 being fantasy, 100 being sci-fi, where would you put yourself?
It's like 50 is neutral.
Yeah, it would be
Both
somewhere
equal?
between 40 and 60. Like in that, like it's really just dependent. Like,
You have to tell us which way you're swaying. You can't
Well,
say
it's
40 to 60.
I honestly can't
That's just saying
decide. I can't
50.
decide. I can't
Just say
decide.
50.
Okay.
How about
my
Candace?
first-
I want to see what Candace thinks
Yeah,
about
true.
sci-fi and
What?
fantasy. Sci-fi versus fantasy. Sorry, Steven, I totally
feel-
cut you off.
No, it's okay.
We're not getting anywhere with him anyways.
I feel like I like fantasy a bit more than sci-fi.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's what I was
let's
gonna guess.
go.
Yeah.
You're
Fantasy
big,
and
you're big in Game of
sci-fi.
Thrones and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, are the Avengers movies sci-fi?
Yeah,
Or is
Uh,
that
I would-
kind of
I
is
would
that
say
kind of
No,
fantasy?
they're like contemporary though, right? Like,
Avengers is a
Yeah.
contemporary. Yeah, it's
Because I
I
really
it's
like
superhero.
there are
They're
other,
superhero
there are
movies.
other races from different parts of the world, like the universe, though. In Avengers,
There are
like,
aspects
the
that are
world,
sci-fi. There are
there's the
aspects that are
world
fantasy.
is like
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Because
'Cause
like
there's
all of like the
superpowers,
magic,
yeah, but
the
then there's
magic-y shit
also-
is all
yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah,
but
like the Scarlet Witch.
the
and
like
stuff.
aliens and like that
Mhm.
would be sci-fi.
Yeah,
So it is a combination of both. And to be fair,
lots
Well,
a
of
decent amount of sci-fi
is-
has fantasy in it.
Yeah.
because
I'm
they're
gonna check
making
if
up
like
their own
Guardians of the
races and stuff,
Galaxy is
too.
like considered a sci-fi movie or something.
Yeah, because I love.
I feel like it should.
Captain
I think
America
Guardians of
and
the Galaxy is
Dark Phoenix
more
are
sci-fi
favorite
than it is
ones.
Yeah,
fantasy.
so it
Yeah.
does have sci-fi. And I'm gonna see
I
what
think
like
they're more
Avengers,
sci-fi.
like Civil War has or something.
Sorry, we cut you off again, Candace.
Iron Man and Captain America are my two favorite out of the
Mhm.
Avengers, and I feel like they're more sci-fi. But in general, I think I like fantasy more.
Do you like? Is it like the magic element vibes, or like
Kinda.
or like
the
the
world
medieval
building.
vibes?
Because
Yeah.
fantasy tends to be
I
more
do
in the
like
world building
medieval
of
stuff.
medieval
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Like the high fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know why
Yeah,
it's just so
so-
good.
Google says Avengers Civil War is considered sci-fi.
Yeah,
Really. Yeah, I can see
I
it.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like if it's mostly based on Earth, it'll probably be. Well, I guess it all just depends, though, right? Because, like you said, like Captain America and Iron Man are definitely both considered sci-fi, but they're
Mhm.
like low sci-fi
Well,
because
see, I look
because
at
the
it-
level of sci-fi in Iron Man and Captain America is like, okay, Captain America was like, oh, we did some genetic engineering, and then like Iron Man's like he built a big suit.
Yeah, but like sci-fi
it's-
is science fiction, so like having
Yeah.
like advanced technology and stuff to me, like that puts it more into sci-fi. But that's also
Well,
because
that's
of
what
my.
I'm saying, though.
there
I'm saying
like,
it's yeah.
Let me finish my thought. There is the capability, of course, to have like modern day fantasy. 100%. There's tons of fantasy stuff that takes place in modern day, but in my brain, I always think like high
Like Swords and
technology,
Magic.
sci-fi. Yeah, exactly. Magic,
Yeah.
fantasy. So I know it's not
Mm.
clear cut like that, but in my brain, I'm like Iron Man, sci-fi.
Yeah.
So you know what
Science.
happens when they unlock magic with the power of science?
There's
What would
something
you
that I
call a
just
super
watched or read that was
like is Captain
about
Marvel
that.
like magic though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What was it?
I don't know.
Because it's kind of a magical
Oh
power.
shit, it was Arcane. I'm like, where did they just unlock magic with science? What show did I just watch that was a big part of it?
Ooh,
Arcane.
that's a good
Duh.
point.
Yeah.
Arcane. Well,
Magic
Arcane's
and
definitely
science.
fantasy because it's not
Yeah,
even.
no, I was just like,
but
that
it's also
unlocked
there
something
is
in my
sci-fi
brain, and
though,
I
to
was
an
like,
extent, right?
what is it? Hex tech. Okay, yeah, fantasy. Were we talking about fantasy or sci-fi? Fantasy, good.
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Really
Well,
like
and
fantasy.
sci-fi.
Should we do one
we
more?
knocked 2 off.
Yeah.
Sure, we can do another.
Let's do one more.
Do it the last one
something
to be a
very
genre or a
anime.
subgenre?
You get be like an anime genre.
Yeah,
very
I
anime
don't remember
genre.
what that is.
Let's go, 100%, 10 out of 10. That just me.
I missed whatever just happened here.
She said
Oh, what
yaoi.
do you think?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
What do you think Jordan would be very excited about that no one else would be?
You looked up photos for that genre, Candace.
That's
This
the
is
guys
yaoi right
one, isn't
here.
it?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
it's
say.
boys,
Yeah.
it's boys.
Yeah.
If only I could be 2 feet taller and lose like 100 pounds. That would be a yaoi boy.
Then you'd be a yaoi. Yeah, 6'8",
Your head
110
also has to be
pounds.
like this large, and your shoulders.
And my hair
yeah.
has to be luscious and
Oh,
lots
God.
of little strands.
I don't understand how that became the first
Luscious.
the standard of like.
I don't. You
yaoi
look at
beauty
that, and I'm like,
standard.
why? Who thought this was attractive? Like,
Maybe it's just supposed to be like a
literal.
commandeer, like a very
well, it's supposed to be
overwhelming
the.
presence.
It's supposed to be like the contrast, because that was like a big.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is a big thing, but it was more so than like having the bottom and the top. You know, very recognizable.
You know,
I
I
vote
have nothing to
good.
say about yaoi. I've never really watched one.
I have interacted with the genre
We always have watched
only through.
Yuri on Ice. That's
That's
like lightly.
true,
It
but,
has
like,
Yuri
Excuse me,
in
it's
it.
called Yuri on Us, not Yaoi on Us.
I didn't
Yaoi
say
on
isn't
ice.
Yuri a different one? Because I have that written
Yuri's,
down.
Yeah.
Yuri's the opposite.
Yuri's also a name.
In Russian
Oh.
and Japanese.
Mm.
Oh.
Communist brothers at it again.
Oh, God.
Not really. Japanese were never really that communist.
Yeah, but
Very
yeah, I mean,
nationalist.
like, I've watched stuff with like
Elements in
yaoi
it.
fandoms, yaoi elements, but
True.
I've never watched
Okay,
like
well,
a full.
if you've watched anything, you've watched things that have
Yeah.
yaoi fandoms.
It's true.
True.
On that point,
Anything with 2 males.
No, see, on that point, there's a lot of people that get upset about like people and women and whatever, and you know, the gays, the theys, the she's,
Okay.
like making everything gay. But I don't know, you know, obviously I hear a lot about this, read a lot about this, like especially in shonen, people are like, they're just friends. But the reason why that gets so much fandoms like shipping male characters together in shonen in particular is because in general the female characters are written like ass. There's not a single female that you want to be with the guy. I'm like, it's not that I'm like, I want this to be gay. It's like the only developed characters are the men, and they are also like super really close friends and care about each other. So you're like, wow, these people actually enjoy each other, like they actually have a connection. So people are like, it's 2 guys.
Well, and the other aspect,
It's because all the girls are written like cardboard. You're like, why would I want them to end up with any of those people?
well, and the other aspect too is honestly that like the fact that, you know, a genre like yaoi exists is partially because like any other mainstream anime doesn't really have many or any like gay characters. Like it's almost never happens, right? So
Well, I
like
mean, there's
you
a
can't
difference
really.
between yaoi and what's it, Bora. Like, so there's a
Yeah.
like yaoi is generally like male on
Boys
male
love,
that
yeah.
is written by female for the female gaze, and then there's
Yeah.
a version that is like for like men, like gay
Yeah,
men.
but like basically what I'm trying to say though is that like there's not a lot of, you know, like queer diversity in mainstream anime. Like, right, it's not a thing really. So it's not surprising that people would like see certain relationships and be like, yeah, why can't this be,
Yeah.
right? Like it's fine. It's not hurting anybody. So
They're all
It's hurting
fictional
the right
characters.
wing, Stephen.
Jeez.
it's hurting the babies. It's turning the frogs gay.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I could talk on this topic forever. So
Yeah, we'll stop it there.
This
Yeah.
podcast is part of liberal media.
yeah. before we get too deep into it.
Oh God.
We're gonna get blacklisted, which is the
Right.
worst thing the right wing could do because they hate black.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This made me think of. Have you guys seen the turtle that attacks black shoes but not white
Yes,
shoes?
yes, I
Oh
have.
my God.
What?
He put a black blanket over a pile of white shoes, and the dude's just like headbutting away. And then he lifts the blanket. He's like, "Oh, sorry, man." And just the comment. They're like,
Yeah,
"That's
it's
my
funny.
boy." It's like all the old man emojis that are white, and
Oh,
like
no.
the policeman's like, "Oh, he's the best on the force." So bad.
Yikes is what
I
I,
don't know
have
why
to say
he
about
hates
him.
the shoes so much.
Yikers. Well,
Okay, yes. Thank you for watching our first episode in like 3 weeks of 3D Gens and Normie. We are going to continue watching anime for the rest of Spy Family and hopefully just
Forever.
continue it because I think it's more fun and it's better and you can watch along and stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Steven, what are you doing?
Use that for the thumbnail, please.